Job speaks of the power of God. With him is wisdom and strength. He hath counsel and understanding. Behold, he breaketh down, and it cannot be built again. He shutteth up a man, and there can be no opening. Behold, he withholdeth the waters, and they dry up. Also, he sendeth them out, and they overturn the earth. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. And that's the point of this video and this lesson. The deceived and the deceiver are his. This subtitle is Job speaks of the power of God, of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the God and creator of both heaven and earth, of all things that we know and exist. So as we read, with him is strength and wisdom. All things cometh of him. All things. Including the ones who are deceived, who believe in lies, who are blinded and in the dark. The deceived and the ones who are deceiving are his. And of course, the ones who are in the light, who are enlightened, shining with the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So getting into this, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the God and creator of both heaven and earth and all things that we know. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Rakakwadash. Shalom, peace and blessings and power and strength to the men pushing the same work, the same truth, starting from the elder apostle men of the great millstone church on down to all the brothers in the same body, pushing the same spirit, the same doctrine, and these same messages. Shalom, peace and blessings and power and strength. So that Job 12 and 16, with him, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. Ezekiel 14 and 9. It says, and if the prophet be deceived, when he have spoken a thing, I, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, have deceived that prophet. And I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. So that point was, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet, because the deceived and the deceiver are his. Almighty power. This is the video just going into understanding. The deceived and the deceiver are his. And this is something that's to be understood and know in this truth. In reality. Because the truth is reality. That's why it says you can't, that's why as it is written. As it is written. Can nothing be done against the truth but for the truth, paraphrasing. That's written. Can nothing be done against the truth but for the truth, because the truth is the truth is reality. That's the reality. The reality of life. The reality of what's going on earth. So the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai got control over it all. So, it's understanding. Yeah, it's a quick video. I see this. Isaiah 29 and 11. And the vision of all, I'm going to start at 10. For the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep. So just came to mind, but a good point to mention and say regarding this whole video. the Lord, the deceived and the deceiver are the Lord's. So if an individual is deceived, he can't receive this truth. Second, third, or admonition. Let me pull this up, because if someone can't get this, the Lord does not want them to get this. And if the Lord don't want them to get this, you can't do a dang thing about it. It is what it is. Titus 3:10. A man that is an heretic after the first and second admonition reject. So we can go to admonition. Warning, basically. Warning, rebuke, mild rebuke, admonition, calling to attention, exhortation. So warning, rebuke, admonition, correction, things of that sort. Heretic, a follower of a false doctrine. Boom, that's what we need to know. A follower of a false doctrine. So reading it again, Titus 3:10, a man that is an heretic, a follower of a false doctrine, someone who is deceived, someone who's don't have the truth. They don't have the correct understanding and knowledge. After the first and second admonition, so after the first and second warning, rebuke, correction, reject. Why? Because we understand and know it's preordained who everyone is. The elect is preordained. And the Lord rejects. He picks and chooses. Real quick on Gradex, we got that on deck because it's on the point. Romans 9:15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So there. So we know the deceived and the deceiver are the Lord's. If a man is deceived, if a woman, man, individual is deceived, the Lord deceived them. He wants them to be deceived. So Isaiah 29:10, for the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers hath he covered. See, the Lord done it. Deep sleep, blindness. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. Because that deep sleep was poured upon him. His eyes, his spiritual eyes was closed. So he's blind. So he can't receive the truth. Because this is not for everyone. The Lord has mercy on whom he has mercy and compassion. Another one, Isaiah 6:9, he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. And this is the Lord speaking, telling his messengers, his angels, go tell this people. Because the angels, they controlling the people. The angels, they're controlling and ministering and controlling the ways of the peoples. The heart of the kings is in the hand of the Lord, as it is written. He turned it whithersoever he will. That's on the point real quick. That's probably not Psalms 2. The king's heart. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So his mind, the king's heart, his mind is in the hand of the Lord as the rivers of the water. He turneth it up. He turneth it whithersoever he will. He turn it left, right, up, down, twist it side to side, punch it, poke it, squeeze it. He do whatever he want to it because he got the control of people through his messengers, through his angels, through his eyes. He control people, the king's hearts, everybody. So the seed and the deceiver are his. So Isaiah 69, he said, "Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with the heart, and convert and be healed." See, so the Lord controlling these people. The Lord allows one to see, one to receive this knowledge and wisdom. We can't do it, as the scripture says. I plant the seed, Apollos water, the Lord give the increase, as it is written, Apollos water. So that's the point there. And this is the quote. This is in John 12, Isaiah being quoted and referenced. John 12 and John 12 and 38. That the saying of Esaias, the prophet, might be fulfilled, which he spake, the Lord, who hath believed thy report, and to whom hath the arm of the Lord been revealed? Therefore they could not believe, because that Isaiah said again, he hath blinded their ears, their eyes, and hath hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them. These things said Esaias when he saw his glory and spake of him. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him, but because of the Pharisees they did not confess. Not the point. All right. Another one, aiding to this whole point. Uh, we'll start at 9. Second Thessalonians 2 and 9. Even him who is coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. In them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, God, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, shall send them strong delusion. So because they received not the love of this truth, Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned, who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So the Lord, He knows those true righteous spirits, because He put that faith in the womb. Romans 8:28-ish, preordained to be conformed to the image of His Son. So He knows those righteous spirits, those true, genuine righteous spirits, by their spirit. And He knows those wicked spirits. So He put strong delusions on who He wants to remain in the dark. So 1 Kings 22 and 19. And he said, "Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left." So this is the vision. This is talking about what's going on in the heavens. And the Lord Yahweh said, "Who shall persuade Ahab, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead. Ramoth Gilead. And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And we broke this down, recently, fairly recently, not sure. But brothers break this down. And this is what it's talking about. A little counsel among the Yahweh, his angels, his messengers, right hand angels, left hand angels, all messengers, ministers, doing the will of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So, and one said on this manner, and one said on that manner, and then, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. So everyone had, ideas or stuff to say about this or that, and one came forth, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth. So Yahweh said, wherewith? How? And the angel and the spirit, the angel replied, said, and he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also, go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. So that's how it works. When the Lord put a spirit on somebody to be deceived, to lie, to be a deceiver, or to be deceived, this is how it works. It's a spirit that go forth by the Lord sanctioning it, by Yahweh sanctioning it, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua sanctioning it, sending that spirit to go deceive someone. Got that ultimate control. Moving on. Points made. So that's it. So yeah, that Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. That's it. All right. Shalom.